sorry. This is fucking killing me. Okay, I see it now. Okay.
It's still showing up as glam.
Is it? For what?
Yeah, the notification
It shouldn't be.
says live now as glam.
It's gonna play some music. Change the music. Second here. You know you're good with audio.
Yeah, I've seen. What's that?
Let's take a sweet ass time.
You having fun? Me too.
Okay. 6 minutes to
Am I looking in the wrong place?
I don't see your video, dude.
Okay, I think I got the right one. Yeah. Always ready to go, homeboy. Hold on, they're doing that live, right? Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Financial Literacy Film Festival. And you are joined hosted this evening by Supermex himself. So this is a confluence of a lot of good situations and a lot of good thought and intent all coming together and making this possible in the form of a 1.5 hour evening for you on a Friday night, to be followed by 3 successive, also 1.5 hour evenings each and every Friday night for the rest of this month. So you're going to get the Financial Literacy Film Festival every Friday night, to reiterate, every Friday night, 7:30 for an hour and a half. And I'm digging on this, and I signed on just a few days ago out of request to be a part of this because I like the intent of what the gentlemen and ladies that are responsible for putting all this together, and we will meet them and talk to them over the course of the 4 evenings. But I really like what they're doing. I think it's upbeat, positive, and necessary, absolutely necessary. So when I say confluence, I mean that things coming together at one time, acting in concert and in unison to come together for a good outcome, a good mission, and a good result. So in this particular case, what we have is a combination or a marriage of 2 separate and distinct industries that are not always the twain shall meet: film and finance. Okay, and so the people involved with said project are from these 2 worlds, and they've married these 2 to benefit you, the listener, the viewer, the regular American. Because quite literally, those of you out there, if you're filthy rich, it's unlikely that you're watching me doing this right now. You might not need this as much as some others, but this, again, the intent is quite literally to educate and to elucidate, make a little more literate, hence the name, financial literacy, to help regular folk, people like me, people like you that are watching now, help you understand more, educate yourself more on financial literacy, understanding the mechanisms, the systems of government and economies that you quite literally live by and in some cases live under. All right, that's what they're doing. They're putting this together so you can educate and learn more about how you can take control and take charge of your financial world, your financial literacy. So that's what intrigued me. That's what got me signed up and involved in the project. And by far, I have not done half as much as many of the other people that we'll meet tonight and again over the three succeeding evenings that we talk about financial literacy through film. So again, a marriage of two industries, film and finance, coming together to benefit you, the average, regular Joe and Jane America. And so I'm quite literally digging on what's coming. So I'm going to learn some stuff myself, things that I may not know. I have not been financially literate over a lifetime. I'm still learning. I'll give you a little line from Supermax Nation, my show, it's an old Michelangelo quote, ancora imparo. That means still I am learning. That means anybody, any age can still continue to learn if you're not aware and if somebody else out there has good information that can benefit you. This will be the case here. You will learn things that maybe you did not know. So please, by all means, you want to make sure you stay tuned for the hour and a half. We're going to have guests, we're going to have videos, we're going to have short films, and a lot of information that can only better your financial literacy, which is, again, quite literally the case for the name. So that's tonight, Friday night, and then each succeeding Friday night for the rest of the month, for a total of 4 over the course of this month, which also happens to coincide, hence the name, again, to reiterate, also happens to coincide with this being Financial Literacy Month. I had to write that down. Financial Literacy Month. This is the month. We are in April. Okay, so all of this all together, there is intent in combining all these things and making them move at the same time. And I will add this one little, extra kernel of information, or at least thought for you, if not philosophically, then definitely in practice. Consider the times that we are existing in an age of, in an era of, in a time of the coronavirus, and people across the country losing lives, being upended, not just financially, but holistically, socially, emotionally, their personal lives. I can go on and on. If you are affected, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you need to know what I'm talking about. So that's all going on right now. We're going to have an economy that hits rock bottom. Let's not play any games and let's just drop it on the table. The economy is going to hurt bad. What does that mean? It doesn't mean the Wall Street guy is going to hurt. It means the Main Street guy and gal are going to hurt. So again, in a great confluence and with no obvious intent going back months ago, the people that have put together this festival and these films, they didn't know what was coming. But apropos, yes, this time right now, could it not be a better time to make yourself more financially literate at a time when it's going to be really, really tough for Main Street in America? That means you and I, regular folk, having to live a regular life, paying bills, doing regular jobs, maybe losing jobs. This all matters now. Perfect timing. Again, unintentional entirely, but definitely perfect timing as we go into a really, really rocky period of the United States economy. We're here to help. I'm definitely here to help to deliver this information to you from the people that have put in hours and hours and hours of time, energy, effort, and money to help you, the American people, learn a little bit more about how to be financially literate and take charge of your finances in your lives. I'm all on board. Supermex is 100% ready to go in educating myself and the rest of you on what we're doing here. So without any further ado or gilding of the lily, we will begin with all good to me. So if most of you guys don't know yet, but you will know now. First you don't know, now you know. I'm a vet, and we have a lot of veterans that are involved with this project. That's another saving grace on my end, made it a little bit easier for me to say, oh yeah, I got another Joe soldier asking me for some help. I'm all on board because we take care of our battle buddies. So one thing I do like is that we are going to kick off our first evening of the Financial Literacy Film Festival show with a national anthem rendering by a lady by the name of Amy Faith. Are we ready to go with that, KP? Okay, so what she's going to... Okay, we'll get her up. But so a digital posting of the colors and a national anthem by singer Amy Faith. Make sure we plug her, AMYFAITHE, Faith, with an E on the end. So she's going to deliver us the national anthem digitally. I still get goosebumps when it comes to national anthems. I don't know about the rest of you, but I
But you know
bleed
she's
green.
hot. She's live. Hi,
Ready to
Amy.
go?
You ready to go? You can hear that, so.
Amy, can you hear us?
Continue. Let me second here. Let me find. Continue.
Almost got her. So just give me a heads up as soon as we got Amy on board. And again, so Amy's going to deliver the national anthem, and then we're going to get into the body of
Hi,
the
Amy.
program.
Let's keep going. Let's keep going.
No, not there yet?
Not yet. She's there. She's
Okay.
almost there.
Well, as soon as we get Amy, we'll break right to that because that's going to be our kickoff.
There we go.
All right, there we go.
Here we go. You ready to rock
Okay,
and roll?
I'm off. So this is
Here
for
we go.
you. Hello, Amy.
Okay.
How you doing?
Hello, thank you for having me. Good.
Thank
How are
you.
doing?
Thank you. So you're going to give us an incredible rendition of my national anthem?
You got it.
Okay, all you.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars the rule the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. No, say does that star-spangled banner wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me. Thank
Much
you.
appreciated. I love the fact that you're all into it. You feel the music like
Oh,
me, right?
gosh. That's everything. Music is so healing. It's therapy. It keeps the world going around, especially at times like these. So
Absolutely.
grateful we have it.
And I like to tell people that the national anthem still gives me goosebumps, and it probably will until I'm dead. Absolutely love the song.
It's so special.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate
I
it.
appreciate it, and look forward to seeing you again at another time. Maybe we can do this again. Thank you,
I'd love
Amy.
to. Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, there you go. There's a treat, right? Digital, doing it from her home, abiding by some types of rules, right? A uniformity of rules, looking out for others. So none but love for Amy, and appreciate her rendering of the national anthem. Like I said, and I'm not joking. I absolutely still get goosebumps, and I think I will until I'm dead and in the grave. But great kickoff to the evening. I did mention we have a lot of veterans involved with this project and many of the others. having to do with financial literacy. You have people really caring about other people, giving of themselves, mission, right? Giving of themselves to make other people's lives better. So, quick thing before we move forward. So I want to make sure, so we're clear on the schedule. You guys know that we're here for 3 more nights, successive nights after tonight. On a Friday, you'll be joining me for an hour and a half, 7:30 to 9 p.m. And we will have a full program each and every time. And the gist of it is the base of what the festival was, already had taken place, and it was filmmakers putting shorts together and benefiting in this fashion, talking and drawing focus on financial literacy in America and how we can have help regular folk live better lives, and again, take charge of their finances and by extension, their lives, their families, etc. Because as one of the gentlemen pointed out to me, that in America, one of the main root causes, if not, one of the singular most divisive and toxic causes of divorce in America is finances, dealing with budgets, having a lack of money for whatever reason. That is a main root cause for one of the United States' ugly problems. And let's face it, it is. Divorce is only continue to increase over time. That's not to say it's like irreconcilable differences or something else, because that happens too. But if it is something that is controllable or preventable, then should we not help? Should we not get involved? Should we not be engaged in a process of maybe helping a young couple or a couple that has been together for a while with children survive and last because they can control their finances? It's money. I mean, it is money. It's money and finance that can lead to hardship within a family and a fracturing, if not a destruction of a family unit. And next thing you know, we have a divorce, and you have more of those because of money. So that was brought to my attention, and as soon as he said it, I knew entirely, yeah, that's true. That's absolutely true. Finance and money talk is a hardship in a family and can destroy a family if not careful and if not addressed. So I have no doubt that some of the things that the people that have put this program together and the film festival together are addressing these issues. We'll probably end up talking about some of that tonight, if not for the next 3 evenings on the Fridays. So again, I want to make sure that we're absolutely clear. You guys got the schedule down. I know I'll post that to my group once we're done here this evening, and then I'll put that out on my social media and get it out as much as you can. I'm asking you guys to share it as well. It's educational, it's informative, it'll help you, it'll better you, it'll make your life a little bit easier, if not better. So share out this information on Facebook and other forms of social media. Get out the financial literacy film festival and the evenings that we're going to be here. Fridays, 7:30 to 9 p.m. I reiterate and I repeat a lot because I want to make sure that it stays. Nota bene, note well, make sure you know the information. So in addition to those dates, it will be a big portion, or a main component will be the short films that were the highlight, if not the impetus, to the festival in the first place. And so these people have created these films, these short films, as a component to financial literacy, and you're going to get to see those. You'll get to watch 2 tonight before we're done. Short films, they're not too extensive, but you're going to get to watch 2 tonight, and then we're going to break down and talk to the people who were actually involved, if not responsible, for these films. And we'll have a good time, because I do love to interview people. I love to pick their brain and get my people information. My people are all of you. Whoever you are watching, you automatically became my people tonight. So we're going to get all that information. I think we're going to need to break to a commercial, and then we can come back right after that. We time for the commercial, KP?
Yes, just a second here. We're going.
Okay, let's get to that first commercial.
Here we go.
And we're back. So make sure that you patronize, if not pay attention, like, share, and draw some attention to the commercials that we're doing this evening, because they are quite literally the reason and rationale for being able to put the program on tonight. They are sponsors doing advertising on air, and they are the reason why we are able to run show tonight. And to do more in the future, by the way. You got to have advertisers, you got to have people putting out product and covering the costs of said show, right? You got to have that. So that was Vantage Point Finance, commercial 2. Make sure you get to them wherever their social media or other types of media and advertising are, and patronize them in whatever form you can, or at the very least, just give them a big thank you for helping artists create more work in the form of film, and if not the intent of the art, marrying with the practical, which is financial literacy. Reiterate, financial literacy. Okay, that's the meat and potatoes of why we're here tonight. But these commercials and these advertisers make all that possible. So I'm plugging the advertisers, whoever you are. Letting people know to make sure that they got nothing but love for you, right? They got to like and share, and they got to patronize you. If not, at least give you a big thank you for making all this possible. See how that works? Give some love, baby. Give some love to those that do the work to make things possible. Okay, so we're gonna go to our first film, a short film. So I want you to pay attention. You're gonna watch the film. I think it's like a little over 5 minutes. And then when we come back, we're going to get to talk to people involved with that film and the genesis of that film and how they're involved with the project and what we're doing here, bringing financial literacy to this film festival and the populace in general. Okay? And KP, are we ready to get the film up?
Yes, sir.
All right. The first one is going to be Unbalanced.
Dad!
Hey, let's not do that. What are you doing there, champ?
I need to smash my piggy bank.
No,
But why?
because I said so.
Well, I say that I'm gonna smash my piggy bank.
Ow! Ow!
Daddy, please! Daddy!
Fine.
Daddy!
Fine, I said fine. Not on Mom's table, though. But do you really need to smash it?
Yeah, I need to smash it.
Well, if you're sure.
I'm sure.
Tyler!
No yelling.
Tyler, you don't have to do that. I can write a check.
A check for what? Who's this?
Dad, this is my boyfriend Jason.
Hello.
Boyfriend. You're only 16.
Well, I'm older.
Yeah. So,
It's nice to meet you.
so what are you gonna do with all this money, champ?
I just need another $1.50. Then I'll have enough to buy a new piggy bank.
Oh,
Tyler, I would have written you a check for a new piggy bank,
sweetie, you don't have any money.
but I still have checks left.
Give me just one moment. George, I'm pretty sure Barb and I are failing these kids terribly.
Okay, I thought that was kind of funny. Come on, man, that's good. If you're not feeling, maybe you won't, but if you're not feeling for the dad, or the older guy, I mean, you're like, come on. When that kid asked the question, like, why not? Because I said so. That's my line. I love that line. I said so. Just do it, right? Yeah, that was kind of funny. That was a good one. And I didn't notice that both of those are Martinez. They must be some of my cousins. I got cousins all over the place. You guys don't even know. Now you know. All right, so that's Unbalanced. That's the first of our films, obviously having to do with the financial message and financial literacy. An older guy trying to educate some younger folk on money matters, right? And being fiscally prudent, if not fiscally wise. That's the first one. So what we're going to do is we're going to get some of the people that are involved with that project in a variety of forms. We'll flesh that out for you. I'll get that out of them, and we're going to talk about the film Unbalanced. So again, that's the first one, and we're going to have a group of guests come on right now. And we're going to talk to them, and then we'll get to the second one a little later. But let's have a good conversation with the people that we have that were involved with the first film, Unbalanced. All right, who do we got available, KP?
Just waiting. Mike is beyond. We're just waiting. There we go. I see some people coming in slowly.
Okay.
I see right there. I see.
All right, there we go.
Brandon, can you hear me, Brandon? Say something.
Brandon. Ely? Brandon. There you go, I got you. The lower corner. What's that hat you're wearing? What is that? Anything special?
Order.
Say again?
What is that? Anything special?
His mic's off.
Order. Say again.
No, don't have a mic on him yet?
Yep, his mic
What is that? Anything
Just
special?
hold your thoughts, Brandon, until we get the mic on.
Mic on him yet? What is that? Anything special? Mic on.
He's good. All right, so that's Brandon, the lower corner.
What is that? Anything special?
Ernesto in the lower right corner. Brandon, can you hear me? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me okay. You good?
Ernesto in the lower right corner. Brandon, can you hear me? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me okay.
Good.
Mr. Ernesto?
Yes, I can hear you, but we have a huge echo. I'm so sorry about that.
Is that Ernesto? Okay, give me a thumbs up if you can hear me okay.
Yes, sir. We're having to improvise here.
Go ahead, you're good, as long as you can hear me.
Yes, sir.
All right, that's better.
Go ahead, you're good, as long as you can hear me.
Do we have anybody else,
I
KP?
can hear you. I'm trying to switch the camera on. I'm sorry about that.
Go ahead, you're good, as long as you can hear me. Do we have anybody else,
I
KP?
can hear you. I'm trying to switch the camera on. I'm sorry about that.
There you go.
Go ahead, you're good, as long as you can hear me. Do we have anybody else, KP?
Hear you. I'm trying to switch the camera on. I'm sorry about that.
There you go.
Do we have others, KP, or these just the two gentlemen?
Hear you. I'm trying to switch the camera on. I'm sorry about that.
There you go.
Feedback. There we go. Someone's feedback.
Better,
Much better.
way better.
Go ahead. This is the Ernesto and the Ely.
Yeah, Brandon and Ernesto.
Ernesto froze.
Okay, let's go ahead and see if we can go forward. Brandon, let's go ahead and start with you. If you can, give us your title and / role with the project.
Yeah, Brandon, his audio is on.
Audio?
Yeah, Brandon's audio.
Not hearing him?
Yeah, his audio's off. His mic's off.
Can you fiddle with your mic, Brandon? No?
Yeah, his mic.
I'm gonna have to lip read you, homeboy. There you go. I won't translate that mess. All right, let's hold. Let's see if we can get you. We just got to get you a mic. I can see you. I think you can hear me. Okay. We just got to be able to hear you too. Ernesto, I think we got to get you back up there too. You froze on me, Mr. Freeze. Okay, either way, like so we get these squared away. So the two gentlemen here are Brandon Ely and Ernesto Hernandez Jr. They're both involved with the project Unbalanced. And as soon as we are able, we're going to get them to kind of flesh out their involvement in the project and their roles, their respective roles, if not what it was that they were involved and responsible for. Okay, so let me make sure. Let's do this. So can both of you gentlemen hear me? Can you give me a thumbs up?
Now I can.
Both of you can hear me.
Yes, sir. Can you hear us?
I can hear you. I don't have Brandon yet. We'll get Brandon somewhere. Okay, Ernesto, let's go ahead and start with you then, till we can get Brandon's till we can hear him. Let's get Ernesto. So I think we talked a little bit yesterday,
Yes, sir.
and so you've never met me. Now you meet me.
Now I get
And
to
I think
put a
I
picture
told you
in it.
yesterday, I don't do scripted material. It's all free form. We just have discussion because it's all real. You know what I mean? So I told you I wouldn't make you look too bad. Won't make you look too bad. So let's do this. Why don't you give us your role, if not responsibilities, with the project Unbalanced?
Well, first and foremost, thank you for having us on your platform. Our role, or my role here in the film, is very, very simple. I was the executive producer of the film, and George Ohan actually approached me and said, "Hey, I have some films that I want produced, right? And I believe that are good films. And something about this title just gravitated. I just saw a lot of humor, but I saw a message slid in there as well. And my responsibility is very simple, just to be the executive producer of the film and help out wherever I can. I'd like to say that I'm the one with the least involvement here, and I'm very proud of the work that these gentlemen
No, I
have
got you
done
beat.
here.
I had no involvement. I got no
No,
involvement.
you actually have a lot of involvement. I really appreciate everything that you're doing for us here and hosting us on the network as well.
I'm coming up on the back end, but I get your point. So officially, you're an executive producer. And listen, I don't know all these roles. KP and other people are informing me, educating me about film and industry. I don't know. All I know is that the camera likes me. That's all I know, I hope. So executive producer, and I'm going to guess that is like literally, in my world, military world, it's do whatever it takes to get the job done, right? The mission.
Pretty much. I mean, from the standpoint of this film, the executive producer is pretty much the person that makes the funding happen for the film. I'm eternally thankful for all the work that all the staff has done here for us.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, my job was very, very hands off, but I was actually at the shooting of one of the movies, and man, I got to tell you, it's amazing what they can do with the camera.
Right.
It is amazing what they're able to do.
Right.
But yes, that's basically the involvement. I didn't know any of the roles either. I thought I was going to have to be behind the camera, quite frankly. I'm not going to lie to you. I thought I was going to be behind the camera. And George basically tells me, he's like, hey, just let them do what they do. And I was like, okay, I'll do what I do. Right.
Right. Okay, so let's do some other here too. So you're the executive producer. I mean, what's the day job? What's your day role?
Well, I have the best job in the world.
Uh-oh.
The day role, I get to help families become financially independent. And basically achieve their financial goals.
There we go.
Bring peace of mind, especially in these times right now when
Exactly.
the market's going crazy. And you were mentioning that. I love what you said. You said the ones that are going to suffer is not Wall Street. It's not
Correct.
the people on Wall Street. It's
Main
people
Street.
on Main Street.
Yep.
Yes, sir. And I couldn't agree with you more. We're seeing it. I just had a client call me today, and he said, hey, I just want to say thank you because I actually listened to you. And I was like, well, thank you for listening. It's like, but he's like, I have not lost any money with this whole market crash. So I just want to say thank you for educating me on these financial concepts before I go through any of that. And that's my day job. My day job is to help individuals, and we just want to raise awareness through financial literacy, through everything that we're doing with these films. And some of these films, a spoiler alert, some of these films are humorous. Some of these films have a very serious message. I'm
Right.
excited to see what's next.
Right. So I'll drop that on the table right now, and to reiterate in another form what I said earlier, rich people aren't going to hurt that much right now. And invariably what ends up happening, and I'm a former history teacher for both of you guys, a U.S. history teacher, over the course of our 243-year experiment, we have different times that are trying and difficult. We have wars, we have pandemics, we have civil wars, and we have downturns economically. We've had Great Depressions. Almost invariably, the people that hurt the most are the people in the middle to lower classes. So that intrigued me about what it is you two gentlemen and others are doing here with this concept of a film festival for financial literacy. You're helping people that need the help the most, not the others. I can tell you right now, rich folk ain't watching us right now. They're not watching us. It's middle income people and regular folk. Those are the ones that need the information and the education to bring them to a better spot, able to handle the trying times that are coming, which I said earlier in the opening remarks. This is a confluence of situations and times that can be really, really bad and negative for a lot of people unless we help them manage that out. And we can help them manage it out. So I'm glad you do that. So you come from that world. You're already helping people. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Not originally, but that's something I, through the leadership and all the great mentorship within the firm, that's something I was able to learn how to do in time. Previous career, I was a mechanic, so I was not even a history teacher like yourself, Rich. I used to be a prior mechanic. I guess you can call me a grease monkey.
I was a field monkey. Before I was a teacher, I was out there. Pisca uvas, fig, chili, grape, cotton, you name it, I've done it.
I've done that too.
Yeah, so I know that too. So let's see if we can get Brandon. Brandon, can you talk to me, homeboy? See if you got volume. No, not yet. Wait a minute, did I hear him? Go ahead and speak, Brandon. Let's see if I can get you. No? I'm hearing something. Is that not him?
That's probably somebody in an office helping a family right now.
That's your place. Let's see if we can, listen, let's go Star Trek. I'm going to teleport Brandon to Ernesto's spot. See how we do that, right? Yeah, I don't want to, I want to be able to get Brandon. Ernesto, are you familiar with Brandon's role? What was Brandon involved in? Or can you sign that out? Can you sign language us? See, what was
Brandon was the editor.
Brandon was an editor. Is that correct? Uh-oh.
I believe so.
We're getting real high speed now. Brandon, you an editor?
Hey, Brandon, is it you?
Yeah, like, he's like, yeah, hell yeah.
I'm going to get Brandon on the mic. Here we go. Brandon, go ahead and talk.
Can you hear me?
There we go.
There we go. All right, here's the. Now we got an echo on my end.
Yeah, turn.
Yeah, I've got a little bit. Try it now.
Let me try it like this.
That's better.
That's better. Is that clear?
That's better.
That's better.
Go ahead.
Okay. So obviously right there in my lower third says I was the editor. I'm getting a lot of feedback on my end. I'm trying to lower that.
As long as I can hear a little bit. So editor.
Yes.
So does that, so for us regular folk, I'm not from your world. So editor means like video or writing or?
Good question. George, initially he put out a post on Facebook, says, do I have any Modern Family fans? And for some reason, I'm sorry, somebody switched the screen up on me.
I can hear you.
When I seen the Modern Family, there we go. When I seen the Modern Family post, I love that. Like I love the delivery of that show. I love how it's edited. I love the jokes, how the punchlines come in.
Right.
So I immediately responded, and he said, "Hey, I got a short film that kind of follows that formula." So I was like, I'm ready for it. So I met up with him, got all the footage, and I cut everything, color corrected, mixed all the audio together to get your finished product there.
Oh, wow. Okay, so I mean, you get the product, and then you're responsible for getting in there, tightening it up, making it look good, audio and visual?
Yeah, I guess there was somebody there on site that did audio. He recorded really well, actually. I get all the pieces, little bits and pieces, and place them all together to tell the story, to follow the script.
Okay, so that's a big component. You're doing the dirty work of making this thing look good, right?
I'm trying.
Hey, I'm trying to make you look good, man. I'm editing you. I'm editing you. I'm trying to make you look good. And listen,
it. You're doing a good job too.
well, look, I'm an old soldier, and we did a little piece earlier tonight on another show, but I talked explicitly about the job, in a mission of a leader in particular, is to make all of his people better, his or her people. And taking something and fitting your role, doesn't matter what you are or what you do, you have to fit within the overall project. And if everybody on that project, that mission, that goal is operating at their optimal level, then you get a great project coming out on the back end. Every piece is important. Every piece is important. And good leaders recognize that and get the hell out of the way to make sure that their people are doing, the best job possible, unhindered.
Definitely. I feel George on that one. He definitely he gave me free reign. He said, if you mess up. He had a lot of confidence in me.
Learn from it.
I had to follow through, and I'm pretty pleased the way it came out. Colored it a couple times, re-edited it. Good thing for deadlines, because I would have kept changing something just to make it better.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. If I had my way, I'd be doing something forever. I'd never stop because it's never good enough. Yeah, sometimes you just got to roll the project out, right?
Correct.
Yeah, I get that with you. Either of you two gentlemen like something to add about the project that made it unique, made it a little bit different, maybe funny anecdote that audience will appreciate because it's going to go out to a larger number and you're going to get your message out. Go ahead.
I'd like to say.
Hey, Ernesto, you are in class, right?
Yes.
I'll make you in class.
I'm just trying to be respectful. I'm like,
I got you. Go ahead. That's good.
I really love to say that just the improvisation here. George is just an amazing person. He's a gentleman that put this whole project together. I'm sure we're going to be hearing from him.
George's the damn hustler, huh?
Oh yes, he is. Absolutely.
He's a hustler. Look at Brandon. He's like, yeah, he's a hustler.
Project. And I'm just proud to be part of this. I told him, man, this is amazing. He's already got a few other scripts for me lined up, and I did read his script. I told him, man, this is amazing, but we're going to need to take a little bit more time to do this. So hopefully we get to do this again a little bit more regularly, right?
Yeah.
Just the improvisation. Maybe George is going to talk about this. I'm probably going to give a little bit of a spoiler alert, but these films were made with a very, very conservative budget. And the people involved in these films, you could not tell that some of these people was their first time on set. I mean, just the professionalism involved with these people, just the improvisation that they were able to do to make the film happen is amazing. And I just really want to say thank you to everybody involved in the film Unbalanced. I actually got to see the production of the film Troubled as well. And I'm excited to see that as well.
Yeah.
Big thank you to that crew as well, and all the crews that were able to help in all the films for this film festival. So I just want to say thank you to everyone.
Perfect. Brandon, you got anybody you want to single out for some, other than George, obviously, but other than George, maybe someone else on the project that isn't here tonight that you need to single out for great work?
For that in particular, I'm involved in another project. So definitely I'll have some shout outs on that one. On this one, it seems like all the cast and crew, even looking at behind the scenes photos, like I said, I got all the files to everything, all of the outtakes and all that stuff, everybody was helping each other. Everybody was smiling on set. The message that is in these films definitely resonates to the whole financial thing.
Right now.
When I first read the script, to Unbalance, it didn't really click right away. When the second day I was thinking about it, I was working, at my day job, and it clicked, and I started laughing. I'm like, wow, some of the things we do, like the boy, he broke his piggy bank to get the money out to buy another piggy bank.
Yeah.
We're in this revolving door sometimes.
Yeah.
And the whole, we laugh, but it's true, and I'm glad I was able to show that in the edit, have everybody smile and laugh about it. Maybe tomorrow we'll have second thoughts like, hey, I kind of resonate with that person in that video there,
Kind of the way we're breaking the piggy banks right now, right?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
That's a big damn pig. That is a big pig, huh?
Yes, absolutely. Could not be more fitting.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so we are right at about our time. I want to thank both of you gentlemen. That was excellent. Thanks for adapting and adjusting. You guys probably both know, George is a vet as well, and our model is always adapt and overcome. Make it work no matter what. And I want to thank you two for being really easygoing and gracious and making it work, making it happen, and we got it all done. Got to get some good information from you two gentlemen. And again, thank you on project and for what you've done in your respective roles. This is a necessary message, and again, that's why I said, yay, I want to be involved with you guys getting your work out. It's necessary right now, this message of financial literacy. So I want to thank you both, Ernesto and Brandon, for being with us tonight. I look forward to seeing you guys somewhere down the road, maybe in another project.
Absolutely. Thank you, Rich.
Excellent. You guys have a great night.
Thank you.
God bless.
Excellent. Okay, there we go. There's our first batter up. Ka-choing! I'd say that's about, what do you give, KP? Is that a double or maybe a triple?
I don't know.
That was
Strikeout.
Hey, I don't know about for you, man. I never strike out. If I swing the bat, I'm going to hit something hard. One way or the other. I don't strike out. Either way, the two gentlemen accommodated. They worked with us, made it happen. And listen, in the age of coronavirus, it's not that easy. If this were a different time and place, we could help both gentlemen in studio. We can be talking, and we wouldn't have any technical or audio difficulties. But in this case, we adapt and overcome, and we make it happen anyway. And again, I want to thank them both for their patience while they made it happen. And as a good soldier does, you adapt and overcome. So we are at about right up to the time. And again, same format as we go forward. We are coming up on about 8:20, and we are going to get into our second entry of the evening, the first being Unbalanced, the film that you watched a little bit ago. And then you got to see two of the gentlemen, Mr. Ernesto Hernandez Jr., who is the executive producer, and Mr. Brandon Ely doing the dirty work in the trenches, making things look good as an editor. So those two gentlemen, thank them again for being with us for the film Unbalanced. And we have now coming up the film Troubled that we're going to introduce to you for the first time on Supermex Nation and a whole bunch of other. But I'm really looking forward to this one too, because that last one was kind of funny. We about ready to go on that one, KP?
Commercial.
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. All on me, because in the Supermex world, we own things that don't go right. All my fault. All my fault. So we've got a commercial coming up for you, and then we'll get into the short film Troubled. Let's go ahead and break to that commercial. All right, and we're back. So there's that is a commercial from Plata Construction. I'm going to say it again. The commercials we have on this evening for the advertisers that are supporting the show tonight and the program in general going forward over the 4 successive nights, all during the Financial Literacy Month of April, are very crucial and important to making this thing go forward and continuing. Remember, underlying all this is the message. We need to educate our people on how to be financially literate, fiscally sound, fiscally responsible. That isn't an overnight sensation. People aren't born with that hardwired into their genetic code. That is something that is a learned pattern, a learned behavior. And if they don't get it in the home, growing up, or in whatever role or family setting that they're in, they need to get it somewhere, or they will hurt financially over the course of their lifetime. That's quite literally, I would say, the case for most people, middle and to lower income. It is not knowing. It's not knowing. It's not that they don't care. It's not that they don't want to be better about how they spend or want to make more money or want to work harder to earn more. Many of them simply do not know. And for you to be 100% clear, it is a construct, economic structure. Our economy, the capitalist economy based on Adam Smith and the Wealth of Nations, etc., is a construct. Those who can understand and learn to manipulate the construct will do better. Those who cannot manipulate through lack of understanding the construct will not do better. And that will hurt our economy. That will hurt our country. That is quite literally where we are now, and not just because of the coronavirus. This has been ongoing and been an ongoing theme for quite some time. We are a capitalist economy, but capitalism in its current form has failed us. We need to alter that form. It doesn't mean go hard left or hard right. Balance the center and balance capitalism so that all can prosper, or at the very least, have the opportunity to prosper. That is what we're looking for, okay? So this is, I don't want to get too teacherish on you, but it is quite literally very, very important, and in some cases life-saving, if not life-changing, financial literacy. Okay, so I really want to bring focus to those advertisers and people that are putting money out to help you learn more. Blot the Construction, Vantage Point Finance, and we'll have one more before we're done, before we break into the next short film. So I think we're about ready to get there, KP. Yay or nay?
Trouble. Yes, we are ready.
All right, here we go. Troubled.
Really, Dad?
Yeah.
You're right. None of my business.
What's going on?
Hey man, you got some on deck?
Yep, you know I got it.
Okay. You want to meet up at the same spot?
Same spot?
Yep.
Alright, I'm gonna see you there.
What's up?
What's going on, man? Solid, man. Same thing?
Yeah, man.
Sure.
Alright.
Alright, I'm gonna holler at you.
Okay, man.
Alright, peace.
Same.
Hey, honey. How are you feeling today? You hungry?
What do you have in mind?
I can go pick something up.
Just grill.
Again? Okay, okay. Babe, I have to finish cleaning.
We can clean later.
The girls are gonna be home any minute. We don't have time.
Whatever.
What's wrong with you?
I'm not like you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Nothing.
Sam, where are you? I need you to come home right now. Dad threw a freaking knife at me. I'm locked up in my room right now. He's on drugs.
Dad! Emily! Emily, come, please, hurry!
Call 911! Call 911! What's wrong?
911 operator, what is your emergency?
I need an ambulance.
Don't hang up. Help is on the way.
Hi, Daddy.
Hi, baby.
Dad, how many more times are we going to be doing this?
Till I'm not here anymore.
You don't care about us.
Of course I do.
Then, why are you trying to kill yourself?
You don't know what it's like.
Yes, I do. We lost him too. I don't think I can handle it if you died too.
I could have saved it.
What are we gonna do? He left nothing behind.
He didn't care.
He did care, Emily. He just didn't know how to show it.
Oh, yeah, Mom? If he cared so much for us, then why did he leave us?
He just wasn't thinking about the aftermath. We're strong. We're gonna figure this out.
Okay, I'm gonna have to do a leap, a full 180 on that one. What do I mean? Talk about tone and intent of, you know, the message, delivered to you. Obviously, totally different. That one kind of sticks me because that's a vet. Obviously he's got if you notice, he got a USMC tat on the right arm, so he's a Marine. And I don't identify entirely, as a veteran myself, but I definitely know what that is. The lack of, understanding, comprehension, and ability to get some things done, do some things, out in the civilian world. It changes once you're out of service and back. A lot of veteran families deal with financial hardship and social, emotional hardship within the construct of a family. That makes it extremely difficult. So it's kind of hit me, right between the eyes on that one. If not myself, I've had a lot of friends who have dealt with things like substance abuse, financial instability, just not finding place and position in a society that they don't understand or that they haven't acclimated to, even over time. And in many ways, I'll say this, I still haven't acclimated in some ways over time, nearly 30 years later. I still have issue with some of the things, the way they're done in a normal society. Doesn't mean I'm wrong, it just means that I don't fit the same way, and definitely not when it comes to just telling the truth straight and clean. So anyway, that is the film Troubled, and clearly again a full 180 from the other, which was more comedic and I want to say a little more lighthearted, at least in the messaging, but no less important because they're all part and parcel of our society as a whole, and financial difficulty and financial literacy, of course, getting that in again. But this one deals with a different topic, a different tone and tenor to the message that they're trying to get across. So as when we did the first one, Untroubled, we are, Unbalanced, we're going to have some people involved with this project, Troubled, and they're going to be able to flesh out as we discuss and have a conversation about what they were doing, what their roles were, what their responsibilities were on their particular project in trying to educate us, on financial literacy. Okay, so let's break to that. Let's see what we got. KP, who do we got? Oh, look at this. Oh, we're learning. We're learning. Okay, let's get can you guys hear me? Give me a thumbs up. Can you guys hear me? You're good? Can you hear me? I think he's frozen. The lower left? Gary? Can you hear me, Gary? Gary, can you speak? Not hearing him.
Yeah, I hear him.
There?
I hear him.
Okay, so I've got Gary Torres, and then upper right corner I'll have Stacy and Jose. Okay, all good. So what we did on the past, the last film was we had the guests come and kind of give us a little bit of your roles and responsibilities, your involvement with the project, and what you took away from said project. Let's go ahead and go with Stacy and Jose first.
So the project was super important because it hit homes in a lot of different areas, personal life. It reminds you that life is too short. So we're the executive producers of the film Troubled, and we chose that film because the message is super powerful. Because people go through that on a daily basis, more often than we think.
Yes, absolutely. So both you guys EP on that.
Yeah.
Who brought it to you? George?
Mr. George, he's got some crazy, wonderful ideas.
The guy's a hustler.
Yeah, man, he's a hustler, definitely. He approaches him. I guess I got an idea. I want to partner up with the film industry, and you guys have a great message. So what do you think about maybe putting something together so you guys can reach the folks, man, and really, these are subjects that people don't like to talk about, but
correct.
They're important. They're huge. So we were blessed to be to be involved in it. And yeah, man, this is totally fun. You know, you guys are doing fantastic. The guys behind the scenes, George was phenomenal. Everyone was. So man, no, it's a blessing to be here. Definitely.
Thank you both, because as I mentioned on the past segment with the other guests, and I'm going to get to my homeboy Gary here in a second, but you know, I'm a vet myself, and everything begins and ends with what's best for the mission, what's best for the overall project, and people coming together, fitting a role or a responsibility that basically subverts themselves for the whole. And if everybody does that, you get a good result on the back end, a good mission, a good project, a good goal. And, you know, executive producer to, in the other case, an editor that, you know, enjoyed what he did. He was happy, content, and he got to free flow and go out there and do his work unhindered. And the result was, you know, a good short film that is teaching a message that is necessary in the current climate, you know, for obvious reasons. We're going to go through a really, really ugly period here over the next number of months, probably all through the summer and in the fall. We're not going to recover from this situation for a while. But as I said to the other guests, the other people involved with the other project, there's no way that we go forward out of this time that middle income and poor people are going to suffer the most. And so that's quite literally why I'm enjoying being a part now of what you guys have already done, and being able to carry this message out to a larger audience so that more people hear the message and internalize it and are able to help themselves. And that's really what it all boils down to. So thank you. So Gary, I mean, I can probably end up spending like 9 hours with you, homeboy. So saw your tat on the right arm. So you Marine? Gary? Can you hear me? I don't think he's got it. Can you hear me, Gary? No?
I think he might be frozen.
I think he froze again. Can you guys see him too? Do you guys see him?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
good. He's got to look like it.
He's ready, man. He's ready.
He's doing method acting. He's improv. Gary, you there? Yeah, Gary, as long as we can hear you. All right, we'll get there. Just have him let us know when he's back on, KP. When he gets to back on.
The Dominic and Eder should be on too, but I don't.
Oh, we have another?
Yeah, two of them. I don't see them.
Yeah, it's Dominic St. Clair and Sylvie. Are either of them there? No?
No, it's that.
Okay.
Terry.
Gary.
Terry.
Terry.
Yes.
I don't see a Terry.
Yeah.
I was given the wrong information. I'll adapt. Either way. Let me go back to you guys for a second, Stacy and Jose. So are you guys a tag team duo? You husband and wife or something?
No, really, really good friends. We've been actually. I met Stacy a couple years ago through. I didn't know it. One of my best friends, Jeff Wu. Him and I were been partners in crime for about 2 years, and I've been in the industry here for about 4.5 years. And one day, we connected. He said, "Hey man, you got to talk to my sister. She's got 25 plus years experience in finance. She worked for a predominant church here in Fresno." And so I talked to her, and it took some time for her to really think about it. And she's finally said, "Look, I think I want to make a difference, more an impact directly, with families."
Mm-hmm.
She did a great, phenomenal job at the church she worked at. But I said, "Look, you do what you feel is right, but I need help passing the message." And she's been fantastic. I mean, that's an understatement. So, yeah, it's a blessing. So we are really, really good friends. And, I guess a 1-2 punch per set,
Really nice. Really nice. So that's what I was going to, I apologize for not getting to that quicker before we get to the other people on. So, I mean, okay, so officially, I mean, your roles other than, what's your day job? How do you make all the money you get to spend on things?
Educating people on financial literacy.
Oh,
so,
you too. Okay.
Yeah, so this is a full-time. I've been full-time since the beginning of the year. I come from an accounting background, like Jose said. So this is a full-time mission of ours.
Can you hear me okay?
Wow. Okay. I need to talk to you guys and the other guy because
Gary.
I spend a lot of money, but I don't make anything. That's bad news, right? I spend,
That's bad
spend,
news.
spend, and I'm not making anything. Like, how the hell does that work? I'm financially illiterate. That's why I'm here to learn. I'm here to learn. I'm financially
We're here.
illiterate. Okay, I think we got Gary back up. Can you hear me, homeboy?
Yes, I can hear you.
Excellent. All right. So Gary, your face is frozen on the screen, but as long as we can hear you, we're good to go.
That's great.
Okay. So Gary, what I was saying earlier was, we might be here 9 hours because I'm a vet as well. I was Army infantry, and I saw the tat on your right arm. So you're Marine Corps, correct?
That is correct.
Good man. Nothing but love for you, brother.
Thank you.
So that message obviously hit me between the eyes because I have friends, I have partners that have had a hard time, even still 20, 30 years later, had a hard time adjusting to civilian life. They don't understand the financial mechanism. They don't understand economy. They don't understand people that don't understand the way we work, meaning vets and military personnel. So that message kind of resonated for me because I have friends that have dealt with difficulty, divorce, substance abuse, busted up families. And so that one was really, that one kind of hit close to home. So I'm glad you did that. You did that adequately. What would you like to speak to on that?
Well, I think that we're all amateurs at life. So, we all struggle and get through life in different ways, and we all have obstacles, but nothing is unique to us alone. So someone else has already gone through it, and when you have somebody that can guide you in the right direction, I think it's huge. It's big.
Right.
So, but I think awareness, and I think that this film really shows, the awareness that people need to be need to know about. I mean, it's
right.
Like. It was powerful. I thought.
Yeah, I'm with you 100%. I just, obviously for the simple reason of why we're all here tonight, financial literacy, right? But I'm not going to lie, the veteran perspective definitely hit close to home, for me and friends that I know that, again, like I said earlier, I've seen divorce, I've seen financial ruin, I've seen families break up, I've seen vets just struggle to find place and position in a society that they either fully still don't understand or society doesn't understand them. So, like I said, I can be here talking to you for hours easily, on common things, for you and I. But I thought that was a pretty damn good job on your end, as an actor, delivering that message, to an audience that needs to hear it. If not, again, just financially, from a financial literacy perspective, but also from a veteran, perspective, because there are a lot of vets out there that don't understand economy and financial literacy when they get out of service. They just do not understand it. You know what I'm talking about. We get our check, we have our chow hall, and when we get out, we have all these other things that factor in that we didn't know about, and
Right.
we don't get a do-over.
Yeah, it was a privilege for me to work on this project, and I'm just humbled by the opportunity to be able to be involved and to get feedback from George and from Sylvie was huge for me.
So let me like pose this to all of you. So is George the common denominator here?
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I believe so.
Crazy
Yeah.
George.
He's
Crazy
the,
George. He's guilty.
He's the driving force behind all of this, I believe.
George is a hustler, man. I'm like, so he kind of, I'll give you guys, you're going to laugh here, all of you. George kind of hornswoggled me too. He kind of hornswoggled me pretty good. He laid me, and I'll put it all on air because I don't care, and he knows how I am. I just speak freely. But he told me there's this thing, and we're doing good work, and he played on some emotions with me that he knew he could tap. Helping community, helping country, doing good work for people that don't have access or resource. By the time I was done, I was like, all right, yeah, damn. So
genius,
he
man.
kind of hooked me.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
got
I
a
mean,
way
it's,
about it.
it's a good cause, good cause, and we're having fun with it too, man. Because I think I'll say that growing up, even going to school and college, you want to have fun with it. If you're going to learn something, if you're not having fun, you're not going to learn it. This is important. It's
still
a
there?
future family,
Correct.
So no, absolutely, he's phenomenal.
Let's do this. So either of you guys, let's start with Gary this time. Gary, in addition to working on the project and loving the subject and the intent of what the film's trying to convey, and aside from George, because we're going to give universal acclaim to George tonight, but aside from George, anybody you'd like to recognize or single out tonight that may not be here for good work, or that you enjoyed working with, or that you felt was professional?
I thought the crew that I worked with was there was a lot of cohesiveness, and I'd just like to shout out to the entire crew. I mean, everybody from Dominic to Dom to Sparkle, the girls were tremendous, and everybody did a great job. Yeah, so I'm just privileged to work with everyone that was there, and guys that stepped in at a moment's notice, like Terry. Huge shout out to those guys.
Good man. So you thoroughly enjoyed your work.
Oh yeah. This is my passion, and this is what I enjoy doing. So for me, it's not even work. To me, it's just like they say, you don't work when you love what you're doing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I dig on that. Good comment. So Stacy and Jose, anybody you guys would like to, give a shout out to and recognize for good quality work, other than George? Other than George.
Other than the great connector, right? I think everybody involved deserves a shout out. This would not have happened if it wasn't a collaborative effort of everybody in the entire festival. And I don't even know everybody that's been involved in the festival. That's all on the back end and things like that. So overall, everybody did amazing work. It would not have been possible without everybody at the same time coming together to get these messages out.
Excellent.
Yeah, I'd say I'd like to add to that. I mean, George, he's phenomenal. The whole crew. George here was awesome as well. And even, I'd like to give credit to the brokers at the office as well. You got Terry King, you got Catalina Plata, you got David Fuentes, myself, Carlos Anzures. We all came together and said, look, man, this is a great cause, because ultimately, you want to give back to the community. And I felt that, going live like this, I mean, it's better than meeting one person at a time, which you want to do. There's time for an intimate conversation in regards to financials.
Right.
No, I mean, it's just been phenomenal. I mean, you're doing a fantastic job too, man. So much love to you. Thank you.
What? I'm not involved.
Absolutely.
We're bringing focus to you guys. Bringing focus to you
Very
guys.
humble.
Here's the thing. It's like, do good work, do it right. Don't look for anything more than just to get a positive result out of it. And, then you're happy and content. And I'll go to what Gary is saying earlier. I'm going to plug the homeboy there. I enjoy what I do thoroughly. I don't do work. But then again, that's why I don't make any money. That's why I don't make any money. I just spend money. I don't make anything. That's bad news, huh? But I will say this. So within the the context of your particular show, Troubled, you guys clearly there's I'll use Gary's word again. There's some cohesion there. A lot of moving parts that fit. And, in a cool short that when I saw it earlier today, George got it over to me and I was like, oh man, makes you think, it makes you think. But if it does that, it'll interest people. And if you can interest people, then the underlying message saturates and gets into that brain and makes people have to consider the message that, we're trying to get across here. So I don't know, to what degree or what extent you guys know, what's going forward. But for instance, after this evening, we will have 3 successive Friday night, Friday evenings, where we do similar format here with other programs, other shows, other movies, other shorts, and with the underlying theme of teaching, educating, elucidating people on financial literacy through this medium. And I think it might have been Ernesto, it might have been George, either or, interchangeable parts, but they basically said it was a marriage of two separate and distinct industries becoming one, finance and film. And that is a good thing. That is a good thing, because that is a good nexus point that regular Americans, regular people can get on board with. They can get on board. If I got to hear about money or talk about finance and budgets, maybe I'll watch a film. Maybe I'll watch a movie. You know what I mean? That's good. That's good. Kind of like what you were saying, Jose. We're doing it in this format here. We're going to get to a larger audience. Let's take advantage of the formats we do have. We can't do this in a large theater or ballroom, right? But we can do this. We can go online and we can get our message out through social media and other forms. And next thing you know, you're carrying the good work forward. You're carrying the good work forward. So I will thank all of you. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for the work you did on the project, by the way. And thank you for putting together something that was, you know, it definitely got this old soldier right in the gut. Felt good about it. And again, we will have 3 more evenings going forward during this financial literacy month that you guys are now inextricably linked to as part of a project and a kickoff, right? This was our kickoff tonight.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do something real quick before I get out of here while you guys are here. I'll give a shout out and a plug to somebody doing good work, dirty work. I'll give a shout out to KP for the technical wizardry that he's in the back room, like he's like the Wizard of Oz behind the curtain, like you hear like gears and whirrings and stuff. You're like things clanking and you hear a hammer, like what the hell? So, but made it all work, and we got our message out, and we got the product delivered to our audience. So I want to shout out to KP, and I want to give one last big love to all 3 of you, Gary Torres, Stacy Wu, and Jose Rodriguez. Nothing but love for you guys, and thank you for being with us on this evening. Look forward to seeing you guys somewhere in the future.
Thank you.
Back to you. Amen.
Thank you. You guys have a great evening. Okay. We've got, so we are clicking pretty good. I'm almost not telling it. KP's going to kill me because for once I might be on time and within the construct of making it, you know, abiding by my own rules of what the time structures are. Anyway, so we've got, that was Troubled, and that was a cool conversation. Like I said, we did the Dua Lipa 180 from the Unbalanced to Troubled. And that was, you know, quite a shift from the comedic, lighthearted intent of the first short film to the definitely more, you know, somber, if despair-filled and ugly, you know, issues of dealing with substance abuse and family issues, you know, through the filter of finance, money, financial literacy, etc. So, I mean, we've given you quite a look this evening at 2 totally different approaches, but with the same intent, having to do with our theme here, Financial Literacy Film Festival for the Financial Literacy Month. And I'll reiterate one more time, as I just said, we have 3 more evenings of doing this, bringing you original content, by the way. We're bringing you original content put together by real actors, real editors, real executive producers, real people behind the scenes putting a product together for you to enjoy. And I'm grateful, extremely so, for the new friends that I've made already, just within this last hour to hour and a half, and with the friends I've made here in my first year with KP and all of his crime partners. This is cool. I haven't done anything like this before, so I want to give a thank you personally. Definitely an obligatory appreciation on my end, but nothing but love on that. So we have a commercial to get to, then I'll wrap up with some closing remarks. Stay with us. We're almost done. Check out this commercial here right before we get to our end.
Hi, my name's Will, and I'm dead. I know it's sad, but hey, a lot of awesome people are dead. It happens. I'm fine. And while my family is a bit upset, they're not stressed. Because when I was among the land of the living, I made the incredibly smart move of signing up for Everest. If I hadn't, my family would have had to go all over town researching funeral homes and services, dealing with high-pressure salespeople who just want to upsell them, and having to choose from a bunch of options and packages they might not even need, all while dealing with the loss of someone very special, me. That's why I chose Everest. It's a funeral concierge rolled into a life insurance plan. All you have to do is talk to one person, your Everest advisor. They ask you a few questions, learn exactly what you want and don't want, then negotiate directly with funeral homes, so you know that your family isn't getting taken advantage of. This can save you thousands of bucks. Even so, funerals aren't cheap. It can take weeks to get your life insurance payment, and funeral homes want your money now. But if you have a plan with Everest, you can get your money immediately, like as little as 2 days. That way you'll have everything you need in time. Back when I was still alive, I didn't think much about my death. It wasn't my style. But I did want my family to be taken care of, and Everest was there to do that.
Thank you, Will.
No problemo.
Wherever you are.
They can't hear me.
There we go. That was the GMC, let's see, Everest commercial. Again, watch the commercials, pay attention, patronize, like, share, give props out, nothing but love for, and just appreciate, because those commercials are the impetus and reason why we can do what we're doing here, putting out good quality information, good message to regular people that need to hear this message so they can improve their lives through the form of sponsorship, advertising, etc. Okay, so I'm plugging our advertisers, making sure that they're taken care of and appreciated. Say it again, I'm appreciating you advertisers. See how that works? There you go. So we are about wrapped up, and not too bad. We're right around time, and I can definitely say I learned a few things that I did not know, and got to watch 2 original content productions, short films on an underlying topic that is pertinent and right now. Financial literacy and financial responsibility, financial solvency, everything to do with what's coming in this new norm that we call a country, where people are going to be difficult in time going forward with their finance. And so I think some of these EPs, by the way, the executive producers, they come specifically from that world where they're able to help people like on a daily basis and make their lives better because they're able to educate them on their knowledge and their ability to help, people deal with, manage their finance, deal with difficulty. So we've got a lot of good done on this first evening. This is a kickoff, by the way. And if I was lacking or faltering in any way, nothing but apologies to you up front and on the backside, but I'm still coming at you one way or the other. So we've got 3 more evenings, as we said at the top of the hour and a half. Got 3 evenings, all on the Fridays, 7:30 to 9. Basically the same format, same structured format. We'll have, again, continued original production, original projects that we get to check out here on our network and with our friends and family. And you guys will get to see original work and get to appreciate what these people have done in time, energy, effort, and their money to help, make a better world for the rest of us, right? That's the way it works. That's good stuff. So that's all I've got for you this evening. Make sure you come back. For those of you guys in Supermex Nation or on Supermex International, my Facebook page, I'm plugging a little bit. Go there. I will place this schedule for the remainder of the Financial Literacy Film Festival shows on the Friday night, and I will put those out to try to get it to a larger audience, get more people educated, more people involved. And for those of you guys out there that have never seen me, don't know me, never met me, if you didn't know, now you know. You can reach me on Facebook, Supermex Nation, Supermex International, on YouTube, Supermex International. Twitter is Supermex Weekos, Spotify is Supermex, and on Instagram, Supermex_International. Almost got them all the same, almost. But sometimes people take them. They're taking my name. Anyway, it was all good. I enjoyed my time with you tonight. I hope you did as well. Again, looking forward to next week, and we'll have even more of what we did this evening in a tighter, crisper format, and we'll get down the things that we need to work on because we're always improving here. But more than anything else, nothing works if people don't watch. So I want to give a big shout out to everybody that watched this evening. Nothing but love for you. I look forward to seeing you next week and in the successive weeks immediately thereafter. Nothing but love for you. Take care of yourself. Adhere, I said this on my show, adhere to the rules. Don't listen to somebody telling you that this is all not, real. That virus is a real deal. It's killing people. May not be numbers of something else, but death is death. So take care of yourself, abide by rules, listen to data, listen to science, listen to good common sense, and take care of yourself. Okay? Supermax has nothing but love for you. I'll see you next week.